Hi guys, today we're here to talk about one of my favorite subjects, skincare for oily skin. As somebody who has had incredibly oily skin, like full-on oil production factory, I could make money off of the oil my face produced back in the day, and now I'm a little more combo oily. I feel like it's really important to talk about skincare for oily skin because I know I have, and you may have as well, just tried to strip your skin to remove the oils from your skin, which I've said before, but actually can in turn force your face to produce more oil. Even though your face is oily, it can still be dehydrated, it still needs hydration. You can also have issues with acne and texture, which are all things that I have encountered. So I've got a bunch of toners today that I want to talk about that I really love. I'm still testing out a lot more, especially a lot more drugstore ones that I want to test out, but these are all ones that I've used for an extensive period of time. Some of them I have finished and have a second one of, so I can really give you a good idea of some great options for yourself. If you're looking for skincare for oily skin, things like serums, moisturizers, oils, SPFs, I will have all of that linked down below, along with skincare routines. And just quickly, when it comes to toners, this is going to be something that you're going to use after your cleanser. Generally in your skincare routine, you want to go from the lightest in texture product up to the heaviest. So for me, I'll do a makeup remover, I will do a cleanser, then I will tone, then serum, moisturizer, oil, or if it's the daytime, serum, moisturizer, SPF, or something along those lines. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first product that I'm going to mention, I don't know if this is kind of a cheat, but I use this as I would any other toner, and I don't use another toner before it. They say you can do that. I personally don't. They do say you can use this day or night. It is the Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA liquid. BHA, beta hydroxy acid, is also known as, in this case, salicylic acid, and this seems to be such a cult favorite product. Paula's Choice makes beautiful skincare. If you live in Canada, I've ordered from their website and had no problems. This is actually the older packaging. They've updated their packaging, which looks really good, but it's a really great product. This is clinically proven, non-irritating, 100% fragrance-free, no added dyes, no animal testing. So if you want to test out acids on your skin, but typically you have a more sensitive skin type, this could be a great place to start. Even though it says it's clinically proven, non-irritating, that's not to say everybody is different. It could still irritate your skin, and you want to maybe start using this at night a couple times a week and then build your way up to it if you're not using something like this currently with any acids in there. But for me, I have really no problem with any acids on my skin. The only thing that has irritated my skin, which I won't be mentioning here today, and I know a lot of people love, is the Pixie glycolic toner. I don't think my skin likes that, and I have used a lot of other glycolic toning products and a lot of glycolic acid, but for some reason my skin doesn't like it. Anyways, besides the point, this is a liquid exfoliator. So something like this is going to be considered a chemical exfoliant, which is going to do a less damaging and a better job of exfoliating your skin. Something that is a physical exfoliator, like an actual scrub, can cause micro tears in your skin depending on the type of scrub that it is, and it's not going to do as even as of a job, and it's not going to get into like every bit of your skin, unlike something like this. So this is supposed to help with the pores, with enlarged pores. It helps with oiliness, texture, dark spots. It's really, like it says, a skin perfecting liquid. This is, I believe, my second or third bottle of this. I really enjoy this. It has a nice texture. It's a little bit thicker and less watery, I guess, than a lot of the other toners that I'm going to mention here today, but it is a great price. And if you have problematic skin, I think that this is a great place to start. Paula's Choice in general is a great place to start, but this itself is just a really good cult favorite product for a reason. And none of these that I'm going to mention today leave my skin peeling or irritated or upset, but it is going to depend person to person. But I have had no issues with any of these. That's why they're my favorites, and that's why I'm mentioning them. I should probably also mention what toners are meant to do. I feel like sometimes there's a little bit of confusion about what a toner does, but I feel like the thing about toners are they can do any number of things. I'm going to mention a bunch today. Some are for dark spots, some are for mattifying, some are for hydrating. So you need to figure out what you want your toner to do and then figure out which toner is going to do that for you. Some are meant to balance the pH for a long time. I thought they were supposed to, and I mentioned this in my recent nighttime skincare routine, I thought they were supposed to like remove the leftover makeup that was on your face. Not the case. Makeup should be off your face before you get into this step. Not always the case necessarily, but definitely not what their purpose is. They're meant to do any number of things. So the next one I want to mention is another that this is actually my second bottle of, and this is, in addition to the Paula's Choice, probably the other toner that I first came across that I felt really made a difference in my skin. So I felt like when I was using it, my skin looked good, and when I stopped using it, I definitely saw a difference. So this is the Vichy Idealia Peeling Radiance Activating Night Peeling Care. Now don't be scared of the peeling. I had no peeling with this. I think what they're getting at is that it's an exfoliant, and Vichy is a French brand, so it could be kind of like a translation thing there. And this one is a glycolic acid based toner that does not bother my skin. My skin loves this. It's meant to help with not only fine lines and pores, it also is meant to help with dryness. Again, this one has a little bit of a thicker texture. It's not as watery. I love the scent of this too. I don't know why. It's a very light scent. It is meant for daily use, sensitive skin. Vichy, again, is another great kind of more sensitive skin type brand. And not only does this contain the glycolic acid, it also has black tea in here, blueberry extracts, along with the actual Vichy mineral thermal water, which is known to be very, very soothing on the skin. They do recommend you use something like this at night. And for me, especially if I'm using something with a glycolic acid or something with any kind of exfoliating properties at night, you definitely want to reach for your SPF the next day, because your skin is going to be not necessarily sensitive, but more prone to damaging your skin, because you are trying to get rid of the dull extra layers of skin that you have on your face, and you're trying to reveal better skin, so you definitely want to protect that new skin. So I really, really love this one as well. I feel like I have never heard anybody talk about this toner from Fresh. It is the Umbrian Clay Purifying Facial Toner. It says it mattifies the skin along with minimizes the appearance of pores, and this has like literal clay in it. It's not really see-through, and I just kind of shook it up there, but when you go to use this, if it has been sitting for any amount of time, do a little one of those just to get the actual clay moving in there. But this is great, and I don't know why I never hear anybody mentioning it, because for me, for a long time, I went for very harsh toners or kind of astringents. Do you remember that day? But those can actually end up drying out your skin, but this really gives that mattifying effect. Like yesterday, I wasn't even wearing any makeup, and it has been crazy hot in Toronto. So midway through the day, I just put this on my face because I was like, I'm a freaking oily mess. I need something to kind of like absorb everything that's going on my face here, and I didn't want to like full on wash my face. So this is supposed to help with mattifying, oiliness, and pores. There's no acids in here. This is something that I only use during the day, and it's the kind of thing that makes a great makeup prep item as well, because it is going to help not only help to mattify the skin in the long term, but also kind of initially as well helps to kind of mattify the skin. So I really enjoy this. I don't know why people don't talk about it. I think it's a really, really great product. Fresh makes some absolutely beautiful skincare. I've totally fallen in love with them over the past 2 years, but this for some reason gets no love, so I definitely wanted to point it out. I should also say that this toner doesn't leave my skin feeling tight or dry. It just leaves it feeling kind of more balanced, if that makes sense. It's not super, super harsh, which I really appreciate. I think that's kind of the clay as opposed to something that's going to be a little more tough on the skin. I do have another toner from Fresh. I almost had a third toner from Fresh that I was going to mention, but I left it out. This is actually an essence. So the difference between an essence and a toner, I'm not 100% sure. Like, to me, essences tend to be more hydrating, and essence is definitely going to be the first thing you want to put on your face. It's going to be a little bit lighter. Skincare experts out there, especially if you are big on Korean skincare, essences are very, very big in that world. So this is the Fresh Black Tea Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence. And although I cannot necessarily lay out every single difference between a toner and an essence, what I can say is this is a freaking gorgeous product. It ain't cheap, and it's a glass bottle, so protect it. Maybe put a bear koozie on it, but this is meant for all skin types. And although it is something that says It's aged Olay, anti-pollution, and it doesn't necessarily look like the type of thing that somebody with oily skin is going to enjoy. I feel like this is exactly the type of thing somebody with oily skin would like because it gives you the hydration, it gives you the glow, but it doesn't make you oily, it's not heavy, and it does not sit on your skin. I've used about half of it now, and I've been using it for quite a while. It says it's a silky liquid leave-on formula. Ooh, sounds amazing. With kombucha fermented sweet black tea that increases the moisture and luminosity for radiant, lustrous complexion. Like the way they describe this stuff is so nice. So I use this on my face normally during the day, but also at night. It kind of just depends, but definitely during the day, even on non-makeup days, I feel like this just makes my skin look and feel better. It's meant to help with dullness, uneven skin, texture, fine lines, and I really feel like it does that without the harshness of it being an acid. And I say that because I don't find acids particularly harsh on my skin, with the exception of the Pixie. Not to trash that the entire review, but I find that this does a good job. And because I do use things that have glycolic acid in them, be it a serum or a toner or moisturizer, I like to use this at the same time because it's not going to interfere with those products and provide that really nice light hydration. I almost kind of feel like this is a sheet mask in a bottle, if that makes sense. And that's kind of maybe what essences are. Maybe that's how I'm going to describe it, is that kind of feeling after you use a really nice light sheet mask when your skin feels really hydrated and smooth but not sticky or gooey. It's kind of like a lighter version of that. Yeah, and you do get quite a bit of product in there. I mean, when you compare, really, this has, I think, 200. Yeah, this has 200 milliliters. This is 250. So not, the bottle is just very, very big, but yeah, it's gorgeous. Highly, highly recommend. So although the glycolic tonic doesn't do it for me, the rose tonic is one that I really enjoy from Pixie, and I actually just received their vitamin C one, which I'm so excited because vitamin C is beautiful, but I will need to test that out before I talk to you about it. This is the Pixie Rose Tonic. It is rose and elderflower nourishing toner, and this one says it helps to soothe the skin, calm it down, minimize redness, balance the pH, and rehydrate. And again, it is a really nice light hydrator without it being too harsh on the skin. I did use this in my drugstore routine because I was using a salicylic acid cleanser. I didn't want to use anything else with any more kind of strong active ingredients in there, so this makes a great toner for that kind of routine. This is something that I can use day or night, especially during the day. I like it for a little bit of light hydration. And if you're scared of using too many moisturizers and things on your face, this could be a great way to incorporate it into your routine. And you actually may see a difference, and I know I did, in the oiliness of your face. If you're never putting anything hydrating on your face, like I said, your face can really overproduce oil. So if you start to hydrate it in the right and lightest way possible, potentially, you may actually see a difference in the oil production of your skin. I mean, it's not going to totally stop it, but it will help to balance it, and light hydrators like this are a great way to do it. This is the mini, but yeah, I can't wait to try the vitamin C one. I've heard amazing things. This next toner kind of reminds me of the toners that are really alcohol-y, really astringent, but it is alcohol free and not stripping on your skin. And this is what I use when my skin is acting up. So this is the Clarins toning lotion with iris, alcohol free for combination and oily skin. As you can see, I've definitely enjoyed quite a bit of this. Again, this is a really nice balancing toner. I like to use this both day and night, but around that time of the month, or if I feel like pimples are coming in, or if I just kind of want to balance my skin out a little bit more with the oiliness and help to clarify, I feel like this is a really great toner. Again, this is another one that I don't hear many people talking about, but at the same time, it does not strip my skin. It has the iris in there, which is nice and gentle on your face as well. And on their website, they say it is supposed to help balance the skin, help refresh the skin, and hydrate it, along with remove and help with your oil buildup, which is something I definitely appreciate. So if you tend to reach for more harsh toners, like, you know what I'm talking about, those ones that we all used to use a while back and perhaps are still using, this would be a good transitional toner for yourself. If you have issues with dark spots or any unevenness on your skin, this is one that I cannot recommend enough. It is the Olay Henriksen Glow 2.0 Dark Spot Toner. They also have another toner in the green bottle. That's a great one for mattifying the skin. I wanted to point this one out specifically because it is so effective for dark spots and unevenness on the skin. It has AHAs in there, a very high potency of them. So again, this is another one you want to be sure to use your SPF the next day. This is one I would recommend using in the nighttime, and perhaps if you want to keep the Olay trend going, you can use the green bottle in the day to mattify the skin. I really, really love their skincare. This helps with not only dark spots, but also fine lines and just kind of any dullness and unevenness in the texture of your skin, because similar to something like the Paula's Choice, although this is an AHA, when the Paula's Choice is a BHA, this is going to be kind of your liquid exfoliant, if that makes sense. AHAs tend to get a little bit more on the surface of the skin, while a BHA is going to get a little bit deeper into like the sebum, like your little oil pods in your face. That's not the correct term at all. The AHA is going to be a little bit more of a topical thing, while a BHA is going to get a little bit deeper into your skin, if that makes sense. But this is a really good one, and it was really, really hyped up on YouTube and on Instagram. They put a big spend behind their influencer budget when this launched, but I'm happy to report back, although you may dub me an influencer, I've had really good results with this. A lot of people that I know personally have really enjoyed this and really, really liked it. So I definitely enjoy this. And if you're eyeing any of these and the budget is just a little high on them, keep in mind that the Sephora sale comes 2, now sometimes 3 times a year. So that could always be an option if you want to pick it up to at least get a couple bucks off and use your Ebates if you're shopping online. But really, really like this if you're dealing with any kind of unevenness or texture. And again, it does not burn or sting my skin, but it is a higher potency product. So you want to make sure to use your SPF and moisturize afterwards. The last one that I want to mention is from a line that I've fallen in love with, and that is the Kiehls Calendula line. The toner was the first, no, the cleanser was the first that I tried from them, and I rarely rave about a cleanser, but that one was so good. It does such a good job like deep cleaning your skin without stripping it, but just so good. It is so good, and you need so little of it, so that although it is like a higher end cleanser, although Kiehls isn't the highest of end, definitely a higher end, you only need a little bit. But today we're talking about the toner. This is the Herbal Extract Toner. It's alcohol free, made with whole flowers. Like there's literal, sometimes you end up with like literal bits of flour on your face, which I'm okay. It's for normal to oily skin type, and this is gorgeous. This is one of those that I will use as a light hydrator on the skin if I'm using other products that have AHAs or BHAs, or if I just want a little bit of hydration in the skin. I was actually speaking to somebody who works for Kiehls, and a lot of people actually use this to make their own sheet mask and will like soak something, some kind of tissue or something, and put it on their face that way. I haven't done that, but I do really like it as a toner. It is meant to help with the oiliness, because again, it is going to help hydrate dehydrated oily skin, if you're following me, but it also is supposed to help soothe the skin. So if you have any redness, like there was times when my cystic acne was so bad that I wanted to hydrate it, but I also didn't want that feeling of anything heavy on my skin, because when you have bad cystic acne, a lot of people don't understand how painful it actually can be. It's not just a cosmetic look. Well, although that part can be really hard mentally as well, the actual feeling of it on your face is so uncomfortable, and you want to have something soothing, and I feel like this is a really good, something I really, really enjoyed to put on my face when my skin was really acting up. And even now when I have acne, the first response can be kind of to like dry it out and attack it, but sometimes some moisture in there can do a really nice job. So I've really been enjoying incorporating this into my routine. I love the Calendula line. They have a new moisturizer as well, which I've been enjoying, and a mask, which I have yet to try, but I'm sure it's great. But yeah, this is really nice if you're looking for a little bit of soothing, but still have the desire to get a little bit of moisture in your skin. So those are some of my favorite toners. Like I said, there's a bunch actually that I'm testing out now for a future video, but for now I will let you sit on those and let me know down below if any of those have caught your eye or what your favorite toner is. These are just all really great ones that are, I took them all out of my bathroom, if it goes to show how many skincare items I have in my bathroom, but I use these on any given night depending on what is going on with my skin, and that's because I'm a YouTuber. You 100% don't need all of these, but without me testing all of them, I can't kind of spread the word, you know what I mean? So I gotta do what I gotta do. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out any of my other skincare related videos that will be linked down below, and as I mentioned, the tutorial for this look minus the lip will be listed down below, but I will have everything that I'm wearing listed down below as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!